But remember, when it comes mostly to psychological, it might even take a while.
Yes.
Because you might not even react to it psychologically here and now.
Yes.
Because physically is where you will do it maybe here and now. You will react to the fear. Yes, and I can see, and you can see, and everybody around us can see, and they might even come and support us.
Yes.
Sometimes we need someone to tell us, "Iyo ni nini," and then you're like, "Oh, by the way, it's not anything big, I move on." But now when it comes to psychological, sometimes it will take time because I will process. I'll get it into my mind, process it, and then make a decision on how it's going to come out. So sometimes, because people fear, you find that they have very little and low self-esteem. Yes, you find that they cannot be able to, they feel that they're not good enough. But they are feeling they are not good enough, not because they are, but it's because they have a fear of something. Yes, if a fear was put to you that anytime when you are young, someone told you, if you open your mouth to talk when visitors are there, by the way, you'll grow a tree out of your mouth. See, that's a fear that is put in you. So even when you are an adult, because that was put in you, and you have a fear of talking and bringing out. So every time, maybe even you have the answer, but you just keep quiet. So self-esteem goes down, self-confidence goes down, and you find that people will just coil away, they will cow away, they are like, they are just withdrawn.
Yes.
And you are wondering, this person is very sharp. When it comes to writing and doing it theoretically, they are perfect, but they can't bring it out because of their self-esteem. So that could be one of the way that, I'm not saying it is everything that about self-esteem that comes from fear,
yes,
but fear can bring out very low self-esteem.
Yes,
it can contribute.
Yeah.
You also find that out of the fear, people become selective in this way. Which and what do I relate with? And you are wondering, someone comes to your life, and then they are like, I think I cannot be out with you. I cannot walk with you to the world. And then they're giving excuses. Weenda nitakufuata.
We can't work together.
Yes. But remember, where was fear brought in as they grew up? Let's talk about spouses. What did the parents talk about boy-girl relationship? So how to die as an adult? See, they told me not. So the fear that was instilled in you as a way of teaching, you carry it to where you are. So you find that in socially now you're not able to interact with people very well because there's something that happened or that was said. But remember what you're saying, it did not come out directly. It took a lot of time, and now here you are as an adult, you're presenting it as an antisocial person. And we are wondering, where is this person coming from? They don't mix with people. And then we start labeling them and giving them that they are arrogant. We start saying they are very proud. Haezi kuja hapa tuko. Even when we have family gatherings, we have money, you know. But it is because of the fear map that they have. They are also not, in fact, if you ask them, they don't even know that this came from the fear that was communicated to them at a young age. But so even them, sometimes they are like, what is wrong with me? I can't go there. Sometimes you find that it has even effects because of being this antisocial person. You can find yourself getting to mental illnesses. Yeah, because of it, and you're wondering, where was this all coming from? You hear people say that she spends most of her times with her chicken. She spends her with the animals. But when you tell her to come to the world where we are, we cannot. So she's so antisocial. So that could also be another one. And maybe this is not the last and not the least, is about, look at fear and prolonged fear. What does it bring out? Remember, when you have a lot of fear, you're getting frustrated because you're trying to deal with this. You don't know how to deal with it. It is very imaginary. You don't even know how to. And then sometimes people get frustrated. And out of the frustrations, you find that they start bringing out anger. So you are wondering, where is my anger coming from? It is coming from a frustration of something that I fear, and it is never going away. Let me give an example. I fear speeding cars. And when men have big machines on the road, and they are they are pressing the need to 150. Jennifer is dying in the car. She can't even enjoy the ride, and now out of the frustration I get angry. So what do? Oh, tunaenda wapi? Nyinyi endeni, I will come. So I would rather come with the matatu, and I start telling people I cannot get into that car because it is going to speed. I have an imaginary fear of what can happen on the road. So that is where I say sometimes even this fear, it might not even be bringing out danger. Because if I imagine that this is a car that is a big machine, it can be very stable even at 150. But now for Jennifer, because she's fear speeding cars, it doesn't matter where or what kind, but she will get the fear. Out of it, I get very frustrated and I get angry. So can you see psychologically, I'm bringing out something else.
And the other people are not aware what is actually going on within you.
Yes, and in fact, they are like, hapendi kuenda na sisi. You know, she doesn't like traveling with us. That is what they bring out. And now this one comes back to me as a statement, and I'm like, you people, I wish you can understand what I go through when I'm in that car. But then again, we need to know that we need to go back to asking ourselves, where did it come from? What happened so that I can get there? I have a fear of motorbikes. I cannot sit on a motorbike. But do you know why? My sister has had motorbike accidents, I think about 4 times. So me, I've never had that accident. But out of what I hear her talk about it, can you see? Now psychologically for me, I'm very unset. So fear can also affect us psychologically. Yes.
And it's not necessarily that it is us who have experienced it, even when other people, what in the case of your sister.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can imagine, I imagine.
Yes.
It's not that I've ever felt the pain falling from a motorbike.
Yes.
But can you see what I'm saying about being imaginary?
Yes.
Yes, and it's not real.
Yes.
It's because I feel it's like I fear for her. But I even feel the pain for her that she felt.
Yes. So psychological and also the physical that we can see.
Yes.
Now, can we move to the types?
Yes.
Are there types?
They are.
Or they are all jammed up together?
No.
Yes.
They are types.
Yeah.
And they are quite a number. But we are going to look at one at a time so that we can see me and you.
Yes.
Because we say that we are all human.
They're true.
Yes. So
True.
we can see where do I find myself? Because at one point you always catch yourself. Even I tell people, even as a psychologist,
Yes.
by the way, because we are human, what other humans are experiencing,
Yes.
we also experience it.
True.
And we catch ourselves.
Yes.
Sometimes we smell at ourselves, we are like, I have dealt with that. Or at times we are, I need to deal with this because it is life.
Yes.
One type of I would call it a type or even a style is what we call the procrastinator. This is the person who is always pedding things. I will not do it right now. I will do it after I finish what I am doing. And you know, the problem with these people is, I'll call it problem.
Yes.
They want the world to be perfect. They want to make sure that anything they do, they polish it and make sure, according to them, it is at 100%. But then we know the world is not 100%.
No.
So they will pad things. And you know, they are padding things because they have one fear. I want to be perfect. I want to make sure that I have polished it. I want to make sure that it comes out to the world as the best. I want always it to come out as number 1. I always want everybody in the world to nod to it and say, by the way, amejaribu sana. Can you see? So they will pad doing this thing. So they have a fear of being judged by the world that this was not to that level. But remember, the level she's talking or he's talking about is his level. So it is an expectation in him or her, not an expectation in the world. So sometimes, as I said there before, you bring out something looking at it like it is not perfect. Let me give an example. I am a perfectionist myself. I like talking about real life experiences. So I want to polish everything and make sure that it is perfect according to me. So most of the times, the procrastinator will feel inadequate. They might gather a lot of information. They might, they might do something and make sure that it is so beautiful and the world is really going to appreciate it. But they have one thing inside themselves. I might be looking confident, but kuna kakitu. They will be bringing out butterflies in their stomach, what that we cannot see. But it is happening in them. Why? Because they are like, I think this is not the standards. So that, can you see the fear that they have? They are procrastinating because not that they don't want to do it, not that they don't have the time, not that they don't have the skills or even the energy. They have everything. They are so polished because they are perfectionists, they have polished themselves, but they are doing it because I want to do it. Remember, they are structured.
Yes.
So it is one task, and then when I complete it, I take another one so that I can perfect it. So, can you see, they will have that fear in themselves unconsciously.
Yes.
Sometimes, in fact, they are not aware. They don't purpose that I should, this is the way it should happen in my life.
Yes.
So, it is unconscious.
Yes.
So, it could be coming from personality, temperament. So, now they will pad things. They will, by the end of the day, find that they get disappointed because they might not even accomplish what they wanted to accomplish. Tomorrow, they have a very long list of things that they have been pedding for a very long time.
And now when we think about, let's say you want to advance in your education, for example, you want to get into a relationship leading to marriage or something like that, you want to start a business. So this fear now, the procrastination, will hinder you from starting doing because you are still waiting for that standard that is inside you to get there, but nobody knows about it.
Yes.
So if it's a business, then you see somebody has started that business, you say, I wanted to start that one, but what hindered you? The fear. The procrastination.
Wow, you have provoked a mind in me.
Yes.
When COVID came,
yes,
and I was in the house as a psychologist,
yes,
a voice talked to me about the new normal.
Yes.
And I was like, I need to get a camera.
Yes.
I need to get new outfits.
Yes.
So that I can shoot this. I need to get a space that is, can you see the way I'm planning?
Yes.
I procrastinated. Then, after a whole 1, 2 or 3 weeks, everybody is talking about the new normal. And I was like, no, this was original. I procrastinated.
Yes.
Yes, because as you're saying, we take time because we are procrastinators to start something. And because we are waiting for that perfect moment, that perfect maybe situation or even person or even environment. So what do we need to do? One, acknowledge that this is where I'm coming from. I am a procrastinator, not because I don't want to do the things, but it is because I have a fear of not being perfect. So once you acknowledge that, you're able to see, how do I deal with it? Because I think procrastination is working against me. So I need to do something. So you start having options. One, I can tell myself, because I am not perfect, this world, nobody is perfect. If I find myself with activities and I am pedding so many, can I delegate? Get someone who is good at it, get an expert, and I share out. And start telling myself that they can do it and even do it better than I can do. The beautiful ones are not yet born, Jane.
They're still there.
They're still coming.
We're still waiting.
You're still waiting. So I am not the most beautiful in doing everything. Someone else can do it. Let us look at even the younger generations that we have. They're doing better. They are doing things better than we can. And we are like, when we talk about technology, can we just be real?
Yeah.
They're doing it. They can do it even in a better way than you. But if you had just put that list, all the things that you want to do, and you're not getting help, by the way, you get so frustrated. Again, when we find that we have admitted that I'm at this place as a procrastinator, it is also important to tell yourself that you are not the mother of the universe. Yes, I'll use that. My father always told us that when we were younger. Yeah, when maybe he found out that we were really trying hard to please him,
Yes.
I think maybe that is where the statement was coming from.
Yes.
We are not the mother of the universe, and the world is not perfect. So other people can do it. And now we only need to assign it.
Yes.
Do what you can. And what you cannot, please let other people do it, and they will do it in a better way.
Yes.
Also, we need to ask ourselves, now that I am procrastinating, what is this that I can do as a person? Because now it is looking that it is working against me. How can I remind myself that I don't want to procrastinate again? I can have stick notes. I can have notes on my phone. I can have a diary where I put everything, so that now I will not have pending things. And by the end of the day, I'll sit down, take my list, tick the things that I have done, see what I have accomplished, and you'll be surprised that, oh, things worked out. Yeah, so it was not only, but it has happened. Every day has a sunrise and a sunset.
True.
So can we get into it and swim in that day and let things just happen, and it makes works easy even for us.
And I think also it's important to just appreciate the little things that you have been able to manage, so that as a procrastinator, you see, as you say, sit down and kind of reflect and evaluate what you've done. You see, and also tell yourself, I've done this. I managed to do this today. So that is a point. And probably even assign yourself some marks, so that you see, this one I managed, this one I managed. And the one that I didn't manage, I don't bash myself.
Yes.
I don't bash myself too harshly. I can do it next time. I can improve. Because I believe when we fail in some areas, because I'm sure we are going to talk about fear of failure.
Yes.
So, you know, we fail, and then we look at other areas that we can grow and become better. So the procrastinator. Probably you can say you can add something on the procrastinator before you move to the next one. Yes.
Maybe what I would say is, as you're saying, let's not judge ourselves too harshly. Remembering what I am drawing back to.
Yeah.
I am human.
Yes.
Yes. What is human? Human is not perfect.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
So even me, I should keep reminding myself as a person,
Yes,
that I will not be perfect in everything that I do. I will not be perfect in every decision and in every thought in my mind. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can we go to the next one?
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
I want to bring out another one that is very, very interesting, because we find that we have people who are people pleasers. People pleasers.
Tunawaona.
You can see that. Yes, and it could be us or people in our lives.
No, not necessarily here. I'm just saying, we see them.
Yes,
we
yes,
see
yes,
them.
yes, yes. People within our lives, and even people we interact with in the society.
Yes.
So this is the person who sits and they are always taking in anything that other people bring. So Jane brings in this, and Jennifer brings in this, and the person is, it is okay. Yes, I will take it.
I don't want to hurt you.
Yes, I don't want to hurt you. I want to give the best to you. Can you see?
Yes.
So they are other people oriented. They don't. They are not asking themselves, how am I feeling about this?
Yes.
How is this benefiting me?
Yes.
It is about, it is okay. I can let them. What do they have? They have a fear of being rejected. So you bring anything. Let's remember the story of the man and the boy and the donkey.
Yes.
They took in, carry the donkey, they carried. Boy, how can you carry? How can the boy be walking when the donkey is? Can you sit on the other? How can you be on the donkey as a boy and your father is walking? Ebushuka, Baba Kalia. So by the end of the day, it was a very tough journey for them, because they were just taking in. Taking in other people's, and they never at one point ask them, what do I want? Who am I? What is good for me? So these people will always have a fear, because I want to be accepted. I want to fit in. And most of the times the people will do that, who become people pleasers, have very low self-confidence. And it could be coming from somewhere. I think our life starts at childhood. That is where we as psychologists, we always find ourselves getting back there.
It's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how was it modeled? What did your mother or the grandmother of that caregiver, how did she interact with the other people? Or was she the woman? I'm not saying, there are people who are very generous. And I remember, like my grandmother, she used to start by the gate. And anybody who is passing by, igia ukunywe chai. Can you see? So it's like she was accepting everybody. She was accepting anything that they bring in. To her, maybe it was a strength. That is what she was telling herself. But by the end of the day, I used to hear her say, chai yote imeisha na watoto wangu hawaja kunywa.
Who called them? Who
It is
called
her
them?
people pleaser. So that is what people pleasers will do. They'll bring in people. By the end of the day, they are left very empty. And you see, when they are left empty, they don't feel fulfilled. So what happens? They go on with the pattern. So because I want this void, I want this vacuum, I want this emptiness to go away, the best thing I can do is, I think I can try it again. Even if it did not work out for me today, let me see. Anybody who comes in, I take it, adjust to it. I am trying to fit in. So by the end of the day, they are never happy. By the end of the day, they are never productive. Their self-esteem is very low. They have very low self-worth. Because of the many things that they are sucking in from the other people. And now people take advantage of them. And you see, even as an adult or even as a child, people will start abusing you. I'll use that word because it will come out as abuse. Because now they'll start being unkind to you. They'll abuse you emotionally. They'll abuse you even physically. They'll even abuse your economy. You know, because someone tells you, give me 2,000 shillings. And because you don't want to, you know, you want to please them. You want them to accept you. You go and borrow Mary. So that now you can give Jennifer the 2,000. No. You are left with a gap.
No.
That is a people pleaser.
Yes.
Yes. So can you see, by the end of the day, they are left. Now I have to pay Mary because I gave Jennifer the money. Jennifer went on with her life. And in fact, she does not even remember that special thing that you have done. Nilienda nikakopa ili nimpatie. You know, and then you feel so hurt. So you bring out other negative emotions because of being a people pleaser. What do we do when we do that? First, the best thing that you need to do as a human being, anytime you find something that is happening in your life, first acknowledge it. That yes, by the way, it is here. I can see you, I can hear you, I can, you know, just acknowledging that, by the way, when I look at my life, even if I'm feeling that I have these gaps, I am not happy, it is because I have done things to please other people. I've used all my energy to be in other people's lives. So first acknowledge that that is where you are. Then ask yourself, what do I need to do about it? Because I need to do something because I am not comfortable. So you do a reverse. I don't want to please people anymore when I'm not getting pleased. So anytime someone brings out a statement or an action that they want favor from me, I will communicate. Be firm, be assertive, bring out confidence, and tell them, this is what I want now. This is how I am going to do it. I am saying a no for a no. I cannot give you money because I don't have. I could be having some money in my pocket, but I'm not giving it because I want to go and buy something else.
It was not meant for what you are asking.
Yes. So let these people know. Create boundaries. When you create boundaries and people know that they can come to your life to this far, that when you are, mnataka tu kwenda, at least you want to party. Just tell Jane, by the way, her gate is always open, you know, and then when they leave, they have left Jane in a mess because she cooked them food, she bought maybe the drinks, and then her house is in a mess. She has to make sure that, so she's going, you are left feeling, I'm not happy. Create boundaries. Let people know that you can go to this far. I can do this to you until here. I am putting a condition. Now, when you do that, people will now start respecting you. By there before, they were not respecting your space. They were getting into it anyhow. But now you see, when now you stop being a people pleaser, they will respect you. You'll have more time for yourself, and you'll be like, by the way, I'm not getting as hurt as I used to.
Yes. It's like you're taking me and putting me in your diary, so that whatever you have planned, it's me to fit in that diary. So I'm seeing what you're saying. You have to have boundaries. Yes. You have to have your own space and respect your own space. Okay. I think this is bringing out such awareness that all of us will sit and have the self-talk and be able to make decisions concerning these types of fears. We can go on. Yes.
Well, there's another type that is called the outcast.
The outcast.
Yes. And you know, as I was thinking about an outcast, maybe if you look at the definition of an outcast,
yes,
we are thinking it's someone that we have rejected, someone we have pulled out there. But now it is them who have done that. They have rejected themselves. They have felt that, like, maybe they feel like they are not good enough. They have a fear of being accepted. So what do? Sometimes they keep off. They keep away because I don't want to adventure into this. I don't want to be with them. I don't want to do this activity because I might not be maybe good enough. So let me just coil and stay and be quiet. And they are like, oh, heavens will open up and come and do what I am supposed to be doing. How many times have we heard people say that when I was young, I had these dreams. And then now that they are old, they are looking at their life and taking stock of what has been happening, and they are like, I am disappointed within myself. I feel like I wasted life. Sometimes they even get bitter about it. But why? Because they keep saying, I wish I did this. It is because they pulled away from activities. They pulled away from interactions with people and the environment when they were younger, because they thought that they could be rejected by people. They could be rejected in everything that they do. So they kept away. And now they are feeling like, I can't revive this. I can't go back and do it. So they're very miserable. So it is important to know in our lives that when you feel like you're feeling like you're not good enough to do something, sit down and ask yourself, how is it done? So can I go get information from other people?